Hi fellas, welcome back. So it's been a few weeks now since myself and Steve, or Steve and myself, took this out on a test drive. So I'm in a position now where the van's nearly finished and I need to start thinking about getting some parts ordered up for this. So I'm going to compose myself a list of things that need doing, with the most urgent ones first, and then obviously I can get all these fixed before it goes off for adapters and stuff. So I thought I might as well pull the camera out and give you guys a walk around and kind of let you know what needs fixing and what I need to do before the next steps of what I'm doing with this car. So stay with me and we'll get cracking. Okay, so like I said, I just need to get myself a list together so I can get up to mini spares or get a mini spares order delivered to the house with bits and bobs that I need doing. So I'm going to start with the engine first. So first thing I'm going to do is I need to drop the oil out of it. So because that's kind of its first run out, there'll be loads of swarf and stuff in the oil. So I need to drop the oil, put some new oil in. And also quite a few people told me about the air filters as well. So I've only got the RAM filters on the car as well. So I'm going to order up some K&N filters from Mini Spares. I've already had a quick nosy at them. So I need the new, is it the stacks? I need new stacks and a new filter. If there's any filters out there, guys, that are better than K&N for a H4 carb, if you drop a comment in the comment section, I'd really appreciate it, because I want to make sure that whatever I stick on is going to be good. But I believe K&N are the best, but I might be wrong. So yeah, that's that in terms of the engine bay. Now I think that fan as well is on the wrong way. It's actually different than what it's on my van, but the actual angle of the fan blades is exactly the same whether it's on that way or that way. So I'm not too sure, but like I say, you can see the ribs on the back of the fan there. So if anyone knows 100% the correct way that should go on, whether it's that way or the way I installed it on my van, again, if you drop a comment, I'd really appreciate it. And in terms of the engine bay, I think that is pretty much it. I might as well install a fan, as I think I mentioned in one of my previous videos. There's actually a feed there for a fan as well, to stick a fan underneath. So if temperature does become an issue, I can stick a fan underneath there, and that'll make it nice and cool for when I'm in standing traffic. I very much doubt this car's going to go out this year anyway. It's probably going to be next year by the time I start taking this car out, because I think Stamford Hall may be cancelled. So I'm trying to get this thing ready for Stamford Hall, but London to Brighton in October has just been cancelled, so I'm guessing Stamford Hall is going to be cancelled. And like I say, if Stamford Hall does go ahead, I'll be going in that one, and then next year I'll be taking this one to the shows. But anyway, I'm waffling. So, oh, that's the second thing as well. Let me just put you on the tripod. I'm going to show you what's up with the bonnet. Okay, so when this bonnet's shut, when I go to open it, it's really awkward to get open. Now I've never had this problem before, so someone might know whether it's a simple adjustment that I need to make. So when you do, say that worked first time. Honestly, when we come back to the test run, it must have took me about 10 minutes to get this bonnet open. Well, that one looks like it's fixed itself. Okay, so moving around the car, as you'll see down there, we've got a lot of grease going on there. So I've lost a CV boot as well, so I don't know if it was fixed on or not. So I either need to get that tie wrapped on, or get the, like the little clamps that go around and you can tighten up with a screwdriver. I need to do that as well. That's a job that really needs doing before the car goes anywhere. Coming on to inside the car. So the rev counter, I know a couple of people picked up, some really keen-eyed viewers on who watch my videos, which is nice. Rev counter works sometimes, then it doesn't, so I'm guessing it's a loose connection between the back of the rev counter and obviously going to the coil. I think it's the negative side of the coil you get your feed from, or positive. It's one of the two anyway, without question. Also, temperature gauge and fuel gauge. We filled the car up with petrol before I went out, so we know for a fact it had a full tank, yet the petrol gauge was doing this alongside the temperature gauge as well, and they was both doing it literally together. So Steve said to me he thinks it's a 10 volt regulator, so I need to take all that binnacle out, switch the 10 volt regulator in the back, and then see if that's the problem. Also as well, over there you'll see the little switch panel underneath the dash rail. There's a bunch of switches that need putting in there. I don't know if you can see all the wires. So the chap who I bought it off has labelled all those wires up. So one's for the fan, one's for the boot light, and there's two more for something else. I can't remember what they were. It's been a while since I looked at them. So I need to order up some switches for those as well and get those all wired in. But yeah, again, it's all just real minor stuff. But I thought I'd show you guys exactly what needs doing to it. I can watch this video back and make a list and get all my parts ordered, and then get cracking. So, next problem. This might just be a Mark 1 thing. As you can see, I've still not washed this car in like 6 weeks. This is just because I'm stupidly busy. Anyway, you see the petrol cap there? It doesn't seem to fit on the tank as well. Now, what I might do is change that to a Monza cap. I'm not too sure. I don't recall my Blue Mini or even my Mayfair being that bad, or even my van, to be honest with you. There seems to be an awful lot of play in that, so I might just order 2 new petrol caps up for that as well, to try and stop the fuel splishing around, because you can see there. I really need to wash that, but yeah, so that needs doing. So in terms of jobs that I need doing first, they're the ones. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run through some other jobs that I'm going to do, which don't necessarily need doing straight away, but are going to be getting done in the coming months. So right, let's crack on with them. So the first one is the headliner. Now that's the original headliner to the car. So I spoke with Newton Commercials. They've got a stupid wait time, so I could really do with getting booked in with them actually. So they do a headliner trimming kit, which I think is like 117 quid, or for them to trim it is 350 quid. Now I really don't know what to do with that, whether to either go myself or just let Newtons do it. So if anyone's done a Mark 1 headliner before, drop a comment and let us know if it's a simple task or not. I'm really particular with making sure it's right as well. Also, some visors need swapping, and I don't know if you can see on this side, you see how that locks into the side? I have one missing over there, so that needs swapping. Also as well, moving on to the boot. Okay, so moving on to the boot as well, I've actually ordered a new boot board as well. That wheel there is actually off my van as well, so I need to try and locate a proper Cooper S wheel. I think it's the, is it the LP 883s? I'm not too sure on the numbers, but yeah, I need to try and locate one of them, not the 4.5 one, because it's a spare and the boot board won't fit. And then also I need to try and source some wheels to replace those rose petals as well. So yeah, boot board's been ordered. And then finally, that stick-on plate as well. I really don't like that on the bonnet, so I'm going to get a standard one, which obviously goes on the front of the car. And that, guys, is pretty much it. I know there's not a lot. It's going to be a pretty short video, but to be honest with you, I didn't really want a lot of problems to sort out. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That needs doing. Right, thanks for watching, guys. Like I say, I'm going to head in now and get myself on the Mini Spares website, try and source all the bits and bobs that I need, and get placing some orders. And depending on where I am in the country in the coming weeks as well, I know I'm in Jersey next week working, but I'm in Scotland next week, which I can essentially drive by York as well and pick some bits up. So I'm going to get all that stuff ordered up, and then we can get cracking and get this one sorted out, and then go from there. The van also as well, if anyone's watching the channel for the van, that's going to Mechanics on Monday the 19th, which is tomorrow. So they're going to do the tracking on it for me. It's got an oil leak coming from the gear selector as well, so I've got a new gear selector seal that just needs fitting in. Suspension, I'm going to have the back of the van lowered a little bit and the front of the van raised a little bit because those cones have really sunk in now. And just generally just a good once over, bit of an MOT to make sure that everything's right before it gets sent to the adaptions place on the 21st, which is Friday. So it's going there, getting reset up, and then hopefully the week after, or the week after that, I'll have the van back and then we can start getting it out on the road and finally finishing it off. So, right, thank you very much for watching, guys. If you have got any questions or any suggestions as to what I should or shouldn't be doing with this, they're always welcome in the comment section, and I shall see you next time. Thank you very much.